Lovely song there by Brendan Radford and Stop the Night, 101.5 FM. And, of course, Brendan is at Songwriters as part of the Urban Country Music Festival this year.
And I'm sure if you ask Brendan while he's there, he can play that. He'll play that for you live, and it is absolutely beautiful when you're hearing these artists live and up close and personal like that. But I tell you, it's fantastic when you see them on that big stage. It
certainly is. And on the Saturday night, the 5th of May, Troy Casadale, Adam Harvey, the Sunny Cowgirls, Busby Maru, 2012 Toyota Star Maker Bob Corbett, and also someone that we got to see last year, certainly for us, but was the first time out and about at Urban Country, was Doug Bruce and the Tailgaters, and they're back again this year on main stage. Doug joins us on the phone now. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Really well. It's been a big 12 months for you.
It has. I've had a lot happening. It's been really exciting.
And another song on the charts at the moment with Sweet, so that's going well for you.
Yeah, Sweet did really well. Wasn't really sure how that would be received because it's probably a bit more rocky than most of the stuff that we do. Probably a bit more honky tonk, but it's been received really well.
Oh, Bruce, it's fantastic. I just love the song, and because you've hit, I think we're up to about number.
It got to 13. Number 2. It got to number 2 on the charts. Outstanding.
But last week it was like it went down to 15, back up to. I tell you, it's just moving around. It's a great song.
Yeah, and the video clip's done really well too, and I think it went up pretty quick on those charts, and then went down, and now it's moving back up. It's just kind of all over the place. It's really good.
Now, Honky Tonk Shoes was out about the same time for last year's Urban Country. Got a great reception with that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It's always fun with that song. We have a lot of fun doing that song live because you get the dancers out front, and they're never sure what quite to do with that because of the time change. So it's quite entertaining for us, too.
Yeah, we got to see Doug Bruce and the Tailgaters, I'm pretty sure, at the Ute Festival last year. That was what you were doing last year here, as well as a couple of other gigs around the place, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did the Ute muster, and then the morning that we were there, and in the afternoon we went over and did the stage at the Village, and I think not a lot of people knew much about us at Urban last year, but when we went to do the Village stage, we kind of attracted a bit of a crowd, and I think a lot of people were kind of, who's that, and we've been getting that response to a lot of the festivals that we've done over the past year, and I think maybe people are kind of getting to know us now, hopefully, so.
I'm pretty sure you'll notice a big change in the crowd difference when you come back this year, because you have done absolutely fantastic things over the last 12 months. And not only are they going to be able to see you on the big stage doing your thing up there, we're actually going to see you on the Sunday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, Doug Bruce down at Songwriters.
Yeah, that was I did that last year with Chelsea Basham and Kimberly Bowden, and we had a lot of fun. That was really good, kind of an intimate setting, outdoor thing, and very casual. It was a lot of fun, and I got to play a few of the songs that we don't do in our shows, and it's just kind of a little different. Most of the time I'm scared to death if you put just me and a guitar on a stage. I really feel naked without the band. Very very out of my comfort zone, but I think it's good. It's a good thing. It kind of you mix it up every now and then. So.
Well, it does show the audience as well, the other side of the performer as well. And you're being joined this year with Steve Passfield and Sister Burley. Have you met the girls yet from Sister Burley?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Well, they're actually a local duo here that's outside of Caboolture here in Woodford. And actually, they've moved now, so they are closer. But I tell you what, they have got the biggest voices and the biggest personalities you've ever seen. Fantastic. You'll love working alongside them.
I'll look forward to that, and Steve as well. I know Steve, and Steve's fantastic. Yeah,
be fantastic. Great kick-off to the day, that one there.
Now, when we caught up with you last time, I think now you were around Bendigo Way or something in Victoria last year, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yep.
And yeah, there you go. See, and you were saying that you really took off. You really took off musically when you moved to Australia.
Yeah, well, as a singer, I spent all my career up until I was 30-something. Was when I come to Australia. I was a drummer. I was happy to be a drummer, and I spent spent most of my career in Texas playing honky tonks, and then I eventually moved to Nashville and did some pretty cool things over there. But the coolest thing I did there was met my wife there, who's Australian. And
Aww.
when we came over here, and I'll tell you what, Australian women are the most beautiful and intelligent women in the world, and you can take my word on that. But anyway, when I came to Australia, I thought, well, I'll keep on going. I'll just continue playing the drums, and surely I'll find something. And eventually I did, but it wasn't, really. I wasn't really doing as much as I would have liked, and my wife and family and friends, I'd always kind of played around with the writing thing and sang harmonies from behind the drums, but I never had any desire to be a frontman. I never, just wasn't anything that I had in my mind. That was the farthest thing from my mind.
Well, I can tell you, when people do see you, they're going to know this is 100% country boy, because we had a gentleman come into the radio station the other day. There was a paper right up here, and it had in there, there was talking about Led Zeppelin and all this sort of stuff. And
Metallica.
Metallica, that's
started
right.
Out as a rebelling country music and Metallica in the article, and this fellow...
Yeah, he came into the station, he goes, I want to make a complaint. And I said, oh, what's wrong? He goes, well, what the hell is Metallica doing at an urban country music festival? And I've gone, no, I think you've read that article a little bit wrong. He's thinking that Metallica was going to sing alongside Doug Bruce.
Yeah, that's funny. No, I, as you do when you're a teenager, you branch off into things that, I think a lot of, I don't know, teenage boys anyway, I think, like to do everything that their parents hate. And I grew up watching my dad play in country music bands and Texas swing bands, and I listened to it all the time. He used to walk in, he'd have the stereo blaring, he'd be rehearsing his stuff, and it drove me crazy for a while. I was thinking, there's got to be more to music than this. And it was probably a good thing that I did branch off. I like all kinds of music, and I think it gave me a really broad understanding of music in general. But I grew up with country. Then I rebelled and went through my whole teenage thing and got off into the rock and roll and the heavy rock. And at the same time, I was listening to classical, and, I would never tell my friends when I was a teenager that.
Oh, no.
Listening to classical, and eventually it just kind of came back around. I liked a bit of jazz, and I finally just, the more that I got, I did get bored with that fairly quick. And I just felt like country music was where my heart was, where my roots are. And I just felt like there was a better message in country music. There was more of a story there. It spoke to me more than any other type of music. So I just went back home, really.
So Lars Bruce and the Tailgaters, eh?
Yeah, it gets a lot of flack for the Tailgaters. It's probably an odd name, I guess, but tailgating back home is just going to a football game, drop the tailgate on the pickup truck, set up your barbecue, and get your esky out and have a few beers and the barbecue before the game. So that's a tailgate party, and that's why I named the guys Tailgaters, because we do spend a lot of time drinking and having barbecues and any chance we get. So good bunch of guys.
Well, that's a catchy name, and it certainly does the job. We're going to have to wrap it up. We've got we're just about, that's it for the night, but we look forward to catching up on the Saturday night and also then Sunday. So Saturday night, Troy Casadale, Adam Harvey, Sunny Cowgirls, Busby Maru, Bob Corbett and Doug Bruce and the Tailgaters. Sounds like it's going to be a heck of a show. And then backing up, first thing Sunday morning, 10 o'clock at songwriters Doug Bruce, Sister Burley and Steve Passfield. I recommend that you get along and catch Doug Bruce. If you didn't get a chance to see it last year, catch up with Doug Bruce and the Tailgaters. They are something special.
Thanks for that, mate. I appreciate it very much.
No worries at all. We're going to go out now with the current single, Sweet. And as Doug said, a little bit different from the previous song. So catch up with you on Saturday night, Doug.
Thanks very much. We'll see you guys there.